anyone that's new to scooters, we like to draw a lot of parallels between bicycling and scootering. Some similarities as far as your braking on the right. Here we've got our front brake, on the left our rear brake. Generally, you can use both brakes every time you stop. Then on these bikes, starting them up, we've got a couple things we'll run through first. One, we've got a key on the bottom, so ignition, just like a car, we turn the key to the on switch. You're going to grab one of the brakes firmly and then press this electric start button on. However, the scooter only turns on when the center stand is up. On the left side of the bike, here we're going to have all of your controls. In the middle we have a horn. On the bottom we have our turn signals. Turn signal is on almost all scooters, they're not self-canceling. So, once you have to push it to the left or right side and then you'd return it to the middle position, so it stops blinking. Most bikes are equipped with high beam and low beam headlights. The headlights on these scooters are always on. You do have a high beam for riding at night and your low beam will be on all the time. Another thing, on most scooters they'll keep the display pretty simple. On this it's going to show your kilometer per hour as well as your odometer. And also a fuel gauge that'll show when you're at full or empty. For accelerating on a scooter, since they are fully automatic, all you're doing, you're going to be pulling the throttle down to give it gas, and we're turning it back up when we're decelerating. There are some tips how to drive a scooter and behave on the streets in Bali. Tip 1. Always be on the lookout. People drive wherever they want in Bali. Look out for drivers passing on both the left and right and on the wrong side of the road. You also need to be able to look out for tail lights, brake lights and turn signals not working or not being used, which is extremely common. Watch out for pedestrian, animals, kids starting to the roadway. If there are road lines, they're only guides, there are no boundaries. Always be scanning ahead for obstacles and dangers. Tip 2. Honk to pass or be seen by others. It is customary in Bali to notify someone of your intention to pass or let them know you're coming down the road. Only give 1 or 2 short beats. More than that is considered disrespectful, or if you lay on the horn, like we do in Western countries, it's considered very disrespectful. Always talk before coming into a blind corner and don't be offended if some people don't do this. Tip 3. Drive on the left, pass on the right. Bali roads are very narrow, and with the recent influx of cars and vans, scooters should drive on the left, which is the slower side. Always pass on the right unless traffic is stopped. If it's very slow or stopped, you can also pass on the right, but just be careful doing it. Tip 4. Proceed carefully through intersections. There are often no stop signs or signal lights. Don't expect people to stop or let you in. That's advisor intersections is to slowly push yourself out until traffic stops, or you go with a group that has been able to do that and they're going the same time as you. Remember to look always right first, because that's the first people that hit you. But also look both ways multiple times, because people come out of nowhere through intersections. It's chaotic at times, but it seems to work. Tip 5. Wear a helmet. Although you see some local people not wearing helmets, but it is really highly recommended. It's not worth it in the long run. It's a quick way to go to hospital or end up in a body bag. Even if you're used to driving a scooter or have prior motorcycle experience, it's always good to follow these rules and make sure that you learn how to drive like they do before you push anything, and just be careful. This is your holiday. You want to enjoy it and not injure yourself or others. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoyed this video and find these tips useful. Hatti hatti.